Rup, rup, rup. Ok. Qué raro me siento. Estoy utilizando el control de Xbox que tengo de los de 8-bit Do y me siento raro, no usando el Steam Deck. Pero me di cuenta de algo. Resulta que la forma en la que uso el Steam Deck para... Cierto, quiero cambiar de equipo. Ah, sí. La forma en la que uso la Steam Deck consume recursos de la tarjeta de video. Parte del motivo por el que ayer pasaron cosas.
Are you all right? You're not hurt anywhere, are you?
Thank you,
Vivito y coleando.
for taking us on this journey.
Don't be silly. Right now, I just want to bring you, Don Hung, and Sunday, everyone, back to the Express. Brew a few cups of coffee, sit in the party car,
Lo
listen to
quiere matar.
records, and idle away the time chatting. Mm-hmm. One cup of coffee to pick you up and wipe away the fatigue. Look forward to it, okay?
I'm going to see someone. I'll be back on the express soon. Wait for me.
Se está intentando escapar.
Don't take too long.
Ok. Anda por una nueva vía. Desbloqueado anticipadamente. Exultación. ¿Ah? ¿Por qué anticipadamente? Ok. Creo que yo ya lo había desbloqueado entonces. Cierto, no tengo nada que hacer ahí. De todas formas, no es como si tuviera algo que hacer con la versión del proto de exultación.
ここは安全です。しっかりと英気を養いましょう。はっ。さあ。
Ta, 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 ta.
This is it.
Ok. Es falso. Y aparece detrás.
Welcome back.
Bueno.
Welcome back to the
Yo lo esperaba de un
edition
salto,
of
pero...
Great Arcadia's Peace. Scored a big victory, huh? How's it feel?
No lo sé.
Feeling lost and empty? That's really not like you, protagonist.
What about you? Am I speaking to Evanesia? Or her?
Take a guess. What a shame. It's not every day you get to be a supplicant. Only to miss out on the spotlight completely. Still, at least I didn't become a villain character. A blessing in disguise.
You have infinite life. And in the future, infinite opportunities await.
¿Por qué habla tan raro ahorita?
Thanks for cheering me up. Little raccoon, I've been a huge fan of yours all along. I knew it would pay off from the very first page of the Fluffy Volume 1, Chapter 1.
Ok.
Yes, I have a favor to ask of you. I
Mm.
need you to go deep into the world in Canvas and warn its creator.
Ah,
A millennium ago, Graphia sacrificed herself to create a plane within the painting to resist the demon legions from beyond. And now,
ok.
the enemy we once joined forces to fight. Someone is forcing me to break the rules, to exhaust my strength. Someone wants to ruin the Phantasmoon games and destroy the Eon Seal. Please, tell Graphia the demon lord from beyond has returned. You must be careful.
El señor de los forasteros diabólicos ha vuelto. Ten cuidado. Y ese señor es el devastador Asad Pramad. Asad Pramad. Asad Pramad.
While you were fighting, I was using the power of abundance to heal the wounds of all those affected.
¿Qué onda, David?
Sorry, I guess I
¿Pero cuál
overdid it.
Renoir? ¿El de dentro o el de fuera?
Good long nap now. Look forward to my next dazzling entrance, little raccoon.
Venecia.
Y se fue. ¿Qué onda, David? Estoy jugando con un control de Xbox y no me gusta. Lo odio.
The ink has not run dry, but the painted scroll's on the verge of tearing.
Más cinemática.
I never thought the one who'd show up would be you.
Nah, pa' eso.
I'm flattered I managed to slip into your blind spot.
O sea, ahora esto funciona con, bueno, te vamos a poner un pedacito de video renderizado y luego toca ver una imagen.
With everyone's eyes fixed on Full Wish, Prolux Tower security really isn't what it used to be. But that doesn't explain how a mere security officer could sneak in. Answer me this, Miss Kuchiba. Just what sort of secret are you hiding beneath that mask of yours?
Una máscara.
A masked fool? A spy from the marketing development department? Or the ninth supplicant?
As of right now, I'm still a security officer for the Department of Aberration Defense, and just as dutiful as you are. And as for how much I'm willing to divulge during this conversation, that depends entirely on your sincerity.
Lol. La verdad es que, considerando el diseño de todos los demás personajes del juego, tiene pinta de personaje jugable. Ella y la otra, la escritora, cuyo nombre no recuerdo, también tiene pinta de personaje jugable.
What do you want to know?
I know the IPC has been plotting in plain Arcadia for years, and it certainly isn't for the authority of the Elation. What you're trying to lay your hands on is the darkest secret of this world. The remains of the Eon Ouroboros are on Ahatopia. Right.
La voracidad. Ouroboros. Hostias. Sí, vuelvo lo blaste de visita en el expreso. Ok. Bajo el río del olvido. Cuya, cuya, cuya. Ay, no, no quiero ver eso. Ah, ¿cómo se...? Lista de deudas del anónimo. Ah, era de lo que hablaba Pom Pom, ¿no? Yo nada más vine a ver si me encontraba Silverwolf aquí. Pero también podría estar en el otro vagón. Ah, espera. LOL. Ah, no, pues me mamé. A ver, necesito borrar algo rápido. Vale, con eso aguanto de momento. Qué cagado. Yo vine buscando a Silverwolf y resulta que aquí continuaba la historia. Meh.
You're back. The incident that happened at Full Wish TV is causing a huge stir. Come watch the news.
Hello everyone.
Ay,
Welcome
otra vez
to our
esos
brand
bichos.
new segment, the Phantom Moon Brief. I'm your
Pero podría
host,
ser peor,
Poopy.
podrían ser pepecianos.
Hi everyone, this is your old friend Snowy.
Well then, as the Phantom Moon games reach a boiling point, and for reasons that need no explanation, we are now joining Duo Mention TV to bring you live coverage of the latest and most critical news updates.
Porque la forma en la que la uso de control, ¿cómo se llama? Ah, prácticamente es igual transmitir la pantalla al Steam Deck y me di cuenta que eso también consume una cantidad considerable de memoria de la tarjeta de video. Entonces, nada más por evitar darle más carga a lo tonto en realidad.
Yes, we are! And after the director of Full Wish TV and sponsor of the Research Society of Happy Smiles, Full Wish announced that she was joining the Phantom Moon Games! That terrifying tragedy of...
The replicant debate slated to take place at the Seafeld TV tower was cut short when out-of-control this imagenesis plague centered on Seafeld City spread rapidly,
As of the latest reports, nearly 200,000 human and Imaginae inhabitants across plain Arcadia have been affected by the plague. Countless individual hands in a chilling echo of the bloodstained games 15 years ago. Footage left behind by Foolish Point.
She identified the culprits as the famed cosmic hero, the trailblazer of the
But a spokesperson for the Department of Aberration Defense said the disaster was planned and executed by Foolish herself through her organization. The research...
Oh, how familiar that sounds. 15 years ago, they made the same excuses.
Over 500 years ago, a prophet made a prediction. In year 1999, a terrifying devil will descend from the sky. Will this prophecy come true? Can Plain Arcadia safely make it through this crucial year? We will have to wait and see.
¿Es el año 1999 de ese planeta?
Shame on them. How can they just say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed? And the internet is flooded with fake news about you too. Also, those two hosts, weren't they from Foolish TV? They were spreading nasty stories about you on the news before. And now look, they've immediately jumped ship after what happened to Foolish.
Déjame ver. Déjame ver eso que estás diciendo. Interesante. Seguro, fue más o menos donde me había quedado antes después de haber hablado con la tipa y se murió el navegador, no me deja abrirlo ahorita. Qué cagado. Bueno, de momento no puedo abrir otro navegador ni hacer otras cosas. Como para arreglar eso. Lo cual se me hace extraño porque... A ver otra vez. Bueno. Es esta la seña de que tengo que bajarle un poco a los gráficos del juego o bajarle la resolución o comprarme
Ever
otra
since
tarjeta
coming
de
to Plain
video.
Arcadia, nothing surprises me anymore. I'm happy you made it back safely, but somehow you just don't seem quite the same. Oh no. You're trying to grow up and leave me behind. Don't tell me you're becoming the next Don. No.
Dos opciones.
If you're all grown up and serious, we just can't click like we used to anymore. Oh, right. Tell me about what happened at the TV tower.
Le vas con el chisme.
So, Fullwish had people undergo the happiness surgery to implant Shuhu's flesh into their bodies, and that ended up causing this disaster? And you guys stopped the mutation from spreading, but all you managed to do was to temporarily seal Shuhu's flesh inside Blade?
Exacto.
Then you mentioned that Nessia, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Phantas Moon Games arbitrator? No wonder she could draw a mask for you.
Nessia.
And she also asked you to go deep into the world in Canvas to warn... who was it again?
Grafia.
Who is that?
Yes, Grafia. Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist.
Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Nessia asked you to warn Grafia that the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, is back? Why does the Express have such bad luck? By this point, whenever we go on vacation, I'm always ready to deal with random problems. But running into another Lord Ravager while on vacation? This is way over the line. Lord Ravager, at Venessia's request, Shuhu's flesh in Blade's body, and the unfinished Phantas Moon games. Suddenly, there are so many things to deal with. It feels like we're juggling a bunch of eggs all at once. One slip, and it's all gonna go splat.
¿Desde cuándo se volvió tan quejosa?
Are you okay? I shouldn't have asked so many questions. Didn't mean to stress you out or make you worried. I'm gonna go take a minute and collect myself.
So many things to deal with right now. What should I do next?
¿Desde cuándo se volvió tan depresivo el prota?
I've had a long day. I should just get some rest.
Nah, ni van a ser 5 parches, a menos que no cuentes a Evernight como marzo. Porque sí se ve Evernight en el tráiler, ¿no? Ah.
He's tired. Let him sleep.
Ay, bueno, ya me voy a dormir. Ah.
You're obviously tired. I never thought this vacation would become the prelude to yet another major war.
Si la cabeza del prota no está en sus piernas, no quiero nada. No quiero nada, bye.
From our very first steps, trouble has always followed the nameless. But this is way too much.
Nah.
Look at you now. It takes me back to when I first got the Express running again. Aside from Pom Pom, I was the only crew member on board. Constantly stretched thin and feeling all I could do was note every problem in the navigation log one by one. A world's coordinates that needed an update. A glitch in the Express's warp system. Back then, I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have to face a Lord Ravager. But strangely, now that the time has come again,
El gacha no lo
I'm
hizo.
not panicking at all. Come to think of it, it's because of you. The Nameless who guided me before I set out once told me, keep moving forward, and the obstacles that once felt impossible to conquer will soon be behind you.
Okay.
I've seen you grow through the Phantom Moon games, becoming someone others can trust and lean on. That's why I want to share a story from the past with you.
Le prometí a alguien que cuando la luna de mi tierra regresaría a visitarlo para decirle que no había desaparecido. No, despreciado ni un segundo de esta vida prestada. ¿Y quién le prestó esa vida? ¿Será literalmente?
I want to share this story with you all. It's a long story. Phil, I'd also like to invite you all to the place where I repaired the Express.
All right, it's a deal. When I return from the world in canvas, you can make us... let Shush make us some coffee, huh? Then we'll settle in and listen to your story.
Speaking of the world in canvas, March told me about what Evanesia said to you. Evanesia's request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. So according to the records from the databank and the IPC's investigation, Asat Pramod's campaigns often span centuries, and the planets he targets all 1,000 years ago.
Okay.
My ancestor Graphia created the world in canvas. If that was to resist Asat Pramod's invasion of Ahatopia, then could this disaster unleashed through the Phantom Moon games be the prelude to his next invasion?
¿Cuál? ¿De la nueva o de esta?
That's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we are clearly not descendants of any long-lived species.
Por el contrario.
Quite the opposite. The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations.
¿Será que se alimenta de la vida de sus familiares? Y por eso valen pito.
Deeply curious. There are far too many legends about her. It's hard to... Only two things are beyond doubt. First, during the Cinderth Age, she created Count Second. Near the end of one of the Phantom Moon games, she created the world in canvas to shelter inside it what was left of civilization and life.
Mucho trabajo.
Which means she is not only familiar with Asat Pramod, but has also witnessed the manifestation of the Eon of a lake. Nobody knows just how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world in canvas, but they were only able to... Legend has it, that Graphia used a vast ocean as her canvas and channeled the power of elation to step into the painting.
Ok.
Good question. As for who in Plain Arcadia knows Graphia and the world, she should have some clues to guide us. And by the way, General Yao Guang is here.
Uy,
I'm not sure if she comes with
en
good news or
privado.
bad news. She brought a little gift from the Cienjo, though. Mung bean soda.
Ah, eso confirma que va a salir el señor Frejoles. ¿Cómo que se llama? Ah, ¿cómo se llama ese mono? Ah, Frejoles.
Go talk to General Yao Guang, then. Don't keep her waiting. After that, come to the party car.
Ah, ok, directo. Gracias.
Nice to meet you, Ishvara.
¿Ah? ¿Ishvara?
I always thought that the arbitrator, Evanesia, would step in and punish Foolish for in my capacity as an Arbiter General. I extend my deepest...
Ok.
What I am about to tell you is something Evanesia risked breaking the rules to share with me.
Mm.
Sealed within Ahatopia's core is Ouroboros, the Veracity.
Ok. Ya dos personas lo mencionaron, así que... Ah, Bootkill. Frijoles.
Wait, you've never heard of the Veracity before?
Yep.
Come to think of it, they must be unfamiliar to most people. They were supposed to be recorded in the list of arch enemies as an author of calamity, but
Ok.
they disappeared so long ago that the Cienjo Alliance never witnessed. Well,
Ok.
they need no such title anyway. Beast. of
Bestia del
Calm,
desastre, devorador de
Star
estrellas,
Devourer,
fauces del vacío.
Void Maw.
Ok.
Rumor has it, they were last seen during the era of the Swarm disaster. They were hardly there to aid the Swarm, but rather to attend
Ah,
a
ok.
cosmic-level feast, in which the Swarm served merely as appetizers, and the planets they passed were
Qué
devoured as
cagado.
the main course.
O sea que la voracidad, tranquilito de tragar lo que pudiera de la plaga, que diga del enjambre mientras tragaba planetas de paso.
No one expected them to be here of all places. The true situation remains unknown. But with this
Ok.
aren't you a little afraid, facing a huge disaster like this?
Nah.
That's impressive, Ishvara. No wonder you survived the calamity of Iron Tomb. Fortune follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Now that we know a force capable of devouring stars is deep in slumber at this planet's core, perhaps we could make it devour the problem inside Blade's body.
O a Blade.
Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world in canvas to seek out the Veracity. I cast a divination, and the hexagram shifted between the marsh and fire trigrams, yielding the judgment. Heaven and earth are separate and apart, but the work which they do is the same.
Ok.
A funeral, or an adventure. Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival to tear away Shuhu's flesh from his body, and eliminate the Cienjo's arch enemy? Blade agreed to my proposal, even though that little Stellaron hunter girl wouldn't stop objecting. Betting? No. We are not chips laid on a gaming table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We trust in people, and that belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Foolish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. I have a plan for how to handle Asat Pramod if he strikes unexpectedly.
Algo que hasta el momento no tiene sentido para mí es que esta sea de la exultación. Pero bueno.
spectacle could cap off these games better than a finale that humbles a Lord Ravager. It will be the shadow of the Lord Ravager looms. And from here on, everyone must carry their part of the burden. I will take my leave first.
Before I set out, I still want to say a few words to everyone.
Empezando por Silver Wolf. Está bien, no.
What are they all up to over there?
Oh, there you are. We were waiting. We're here to celebrate the Astral Express making it through another trial, of course.
It's a modest
Okay.
celebration, but a meaningful one. You stopped Full Wish's scheme, and that is no small achievement.
Exactly. You knocked out the mastermind behind all those creepy joy...
Your victory gave Blade a chance to free himself from Shuhu's flesh. Thank you.
With a Lord Ravager looming on the horizon, everyone will soon be heading off on their own missions. Before that, it felt right to have a small gathering like this.
Now, let's make a toast. Here's to everyone who fights to protect this Arcadia. And here's to all of us. The Lord Ravager can throw whatever he wants at us. But I know the Astral Express...
Ok. Procede a explotar.
Thank you. All of you. Having you by my side is what gives me the courage to face the future. I'll carry this strength with me through the rest of this journey.
Lo dice el personaje que en realidad no tiene nada que ver con nada de lo que va pasando, pero siempre le toca.
Cheers!
Gone
Did
with.
you need some? I need a break. I felt worn out ever since coming back from Seafeld TV Tower.
Pues sí, después de conectarse con
It feels
todos.
like I'm back in Oak Manor's banquet hall. At those parties, no matter how tired Mr. Yang insisted I should get a full day of sleep. But I didn't want to miss. I should thank you for letting me embark on this journey.
Ok.
I heard from Sunday about how the televised debate went. We won this battle because of you. When the televised debate began, a crowd outside the station gathered to protest the Astral Express and nearly broke through the barricades. But I guess people know deep down which is more dangerous. A made-up, but I am more concerned about you. I've seen the footage of your fight with Full Wish. When you returned to the top of it reminded me a lot of when I saved you at Herta Space Station. Did you tap into the power of the Stellaron?
No lo
From what I
sé.
can see, you're in pretty good shape right now. The Stellaron can be awakened by a wish, but its immense power always has a way of warping reality. As the wave of wish power surged toward you, it brought hope and blessings, but also dark intentions and malice. Be careful with this power you have.
Ok. Ah, pom pom.
Oh, it's you! Pom-Pom. Sadly, Pom-Pom can't remember. Pom-Pom's memory of those years is like a fogged-up express window. But it's okay. After Passenger Himiko repaired... How did Passenger Himiko appear? That's odd. Pom-Pom can't remember a thing. The day Passenger Himiko knocked, it felt like Pom-Pom was waking up from a dream.
Ok.
Graphia, but Pom-Pom always dreams of strangers when Pom-Pom's asleep. They seem to be bustling around here, but every time Pom-Pom wakes up, their faces slip away. Safe trip. Pom-Pom will...
Pues ya son todos los opcionales.
Hung start expressing his feelings like this? I guess pigs really do fly.
Desde que sus sentimientos por Blade afloraron.
This trip to Plain Arcadia is the first time we weren't necessarily working together toward a common goal. You dove into the Phantom Moon games. I crossed paths with that relentless old friend and foe again. As for March, well, she spent her time wandering and eating. Her...
Wait, hold up. How come all I get is wandering and eating? I grab plenty of comics as well.
Eso no ayudó a su caso, señorita Marzo.
Exploration, with a little extra time for me to recharge, of course.
Now that we're having this little break, it hit me that...
Well said. This vacation has expanded my horizons.
Tiene capacidad estomacal. Ok. Eso quiere decir que engordó, pero de una forma, ¿cuál sería la palabra? Oculta, pero no. Bueno, lo que sea, que ha tragado como cerda, dije. Ok.
I will turn my attention to this world.
Okay.
Mr. Yang and I have been asked by General Yao Guang to help with setting up some defensive formation.
I've got work to do too. Mr. Ashvale wanted someone to accompany him to the tavern to investigate clues about a son. No problem. When you come back, you have to share everything you saw in the world in Canvas.
Ya está. Oh no, Himeko está intentando preparar café. Oh no. O sea que partir del viaje significa que voy a tomar un café, me voy a desmayar y voy a aparecer en el cuadro.
Just in time. I've talked to Madame Pearl. She will handle all the arrangements for your passage, so you can enter the world in Canvas.
Okay.
This is an important matter. Furthermore, your journey gives her the chance to uncover something she's been... Once you've fully rested, you may make your way to the dock. Madame Pearl has a special ship waiting for you there. It will take you to the border between this world and the world in Canvas.
Hotel Retiro Pictobado.
That's your final stop before entering the world in Canvas. I know you'll have to go alone this time, but I don't think it'll be dangerous. After all, the thought of it makes me feel calm, in a strange but comforting way.
Espera.
If you get to meet her,
espera. ¿Esto se va a volver Expedition 33?
I am indeed quite curious. I'd love to see this ancestor, but someone must stay here and keep watch. Madame Pearl wishes to confer with me and General Yao Guang about our next steps, and go ahead. Set out once you've rested up. I'll be here with Welt and the others.
In other words, that woman wants you to take Shuhu and jump straight into the Veracity and leave the rest to the Eon's stomach acid? And this is between me and him, right? Why are you tagging along?
Relax. I'll say my goodbyes and be gone. A dignified funeral, If you ask me, this ending is indeed grand enough.
I don't care about any of that. There's only one thing I care about. Does he have to die?
Here's a piece of advice, little cub. Whether he lives or dies is his choice. That's the one thing you don't get to decide for him.
It has landed.
What?
¿Qué?
Nothing. Just a seabird landing on the rocks.
¿Qué?
A blade forged of mortal steel cannot sever an undying fate. If Shuhu is to be put down, the options are few.
In time, people will say this. The culprit of the Juming gave his life for the greater good.
I'm not as noble as you make it sound. Many years ago, you invited me to join the Galaxy Rangers. I refused for one reason. I'm a petty man. I was never born to carry some greater good. This is between Shuhu and me. Nothing more.
Can't argue with that. Galaxy Ranger through and through. Well then. I won't say anything more.
Blade.
Entonces, en el futuro habrá un Blade de la cacería. Guardián de la galaxia.
Death has clung to me like a curse, etched into my bones. If there is a chance to make a god feel the same pain, I would do it. As for everyone else, there's no need to drag them into this. We'll proceed as Yao Guang proposed. Bury Shuhu at the end of the world in canvas. Taking me with him.
Pues ahora que lo mencionas, la única forma de que el león de la cacería lo vea es que se ponga orejas. Así que probablemente esa sea la respuesta.
Take care.
How about you stay as well? You might as well see it through to the end with us.
Plain Arcadia has bigger problems that need my attention. Your instincts were right. That meanie pulling strings from the shadows is none other than a Sat Pramod.
Who else would want to kick a Ha's head like a ball?
Más problemas gráficos.
I need to get back and finish my job.
Investigating a Lord Ravager sounds like a job you don't come back from.
Therefore, it also pays very well.
Then here's hoping you live long enough to collect your payment. Every time, when it's just the two of us, you go quiet.
Ayu, se pone nervioso cuando está Silver Wolf.
You know what I'm going to say. The seabird's flown off.
Yeah.
It's time for us to go too.
XD. Ay, un segundo. ¿Al cono de quién? ¿Al de Silver Wolf? Nivel 999.
The terror slumbering at the heart of plain Arcadia is Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. Ouroboros.
After the swarm disaster, the veracity vanished, never to appear again for more than 700 amber eras.
700 eras del ámbar. ¿Eso significa años?
Their last rumored sighting was 500 years ago.
Ah, ya.
History fictionologists claim that Ouroboros lies in wait at the edge of the cosmos, guarded by their children. Awaiting.
I've heard that story before, but it wasn't about the edge of the cosmos. It was Pier Point. They say that the preservation is nothing more than a facade, and the IPC is, in truth, a cult devoted to the veracity.
Organic life has quite the imagination. They've said other things, too. That Louis Fleming seeks to ascend as the Eon of Wealth. That the Council of Mundanites are mere hounds of Dr. Primitive. That the Marketing Development Department colludes with the destruction, turning a blind eye to the spread of Stelerons. Such rumors are endless. I believe the general.
I've never heard the last one, so let's assume it's the only one that's true.
XD.
Such terrible breath. Once this Leviathan awakens, the Arcadia's destruction would be all but instantaneous.
Ya veo.
For now, this remains conjecture. The sealed remains appear to be a husk that Ouroboros once shed. Why it's here, and how it's connected to the elation, remain unknown. Yet even a fragmented remnant of an Eon is a threat that can't be ignored. The calamity of the Leviathan must not be allowed to re-emerge.
Naturally.
¿Qué se supone que hacen los restos?
Oh, you're just on time.
General Yao Guang, as instructed, warding talismans have been placed at over a dozen.
Okay.
My thanks. It was Mr. Yang's talent of creation out of nothing that allowed us to reproduce dozens of plumes and complete the deployment with such speed. Now, with yin and yang aligned, and all four aspects in place, as long as we set up the Decalight reflection barrier will be complete.
La barrera decarreflectora.
Using the divine eye of the Spiritus to weave a giant web, one that ensnares countless possible futures.
Pluma celestial de Calacacra.
Made up your mind?
Though Shuhu has been eradicated, the signs of doom have not faded. After much consideration, the source can only be this restless corpse.
One crisis is yet to pass, and another is already upon us. The Arcadia's ley lines were already riddled with scars.
Ahora que lo pienso,
Now even the ancient trees seal is starting to
lanzarle la carne de Shuhu, como sé que se llame, ¿no va a ser lo contrario y le va a dar energía?
While Evanesia is asleep, someone must take up her duty to guard this place.
But defending isn't the way of the hunt. If you don't want to become the prey...
General, do you intend to go on the offensive and suppress the remains of the veracity?
How could I? The Joy Seeker could barely confine that husk using the Abundance's ambrosial arbor as its cage. I'm not that arrogant as to play. I'm not here to guard against an Eon, but against a lesser menace. Lord Ravager Asat Pramod. This barrier is prepared for...
Asat Pramod has been meddling with the gates of the shadows. Isn't by chance, however. A friendly citizen has provided us with intel.
Una amable ciudadana.
Ouroboros' remains are in Ahotopia, aren't they? Silence is an answer in itself. I've seen that
I'm not surprised that you were the first to discover it. You were in the Torn Scroll too. The probability of you noticing was 24%.
That's a little low, don't you think? I'd put it at well over 90.
What I don't understand is this. There were countless ways to verify your hypothesis. Yet you chose the most unconventional one. You bypassed security and broke into the building to confront me in person.
This is no confrontation. It's a warning, Madame Pearl. While everyone else is fixated on the Phantasmoon games, only the Department of Aberration Defense is watching other places.
Like the location where the new Herald of Death case was closed.
Correct. The incident involved 4 Daybreak warriors, 3 nameless, 1 detected. But just moments ago, a 10th set of footprints appeared at the scene.
After the investigation, we learned that the traces were left deliberately. A blatant provocation.
The Lord Ravager bent on destroying the Elation came uninvited. Make no mistake. Plan Arcadia is a stage he chose with care, and drawing the Abundance into the fray was hardly a whim.
Our top priority is to dispose of Shuhu's flesh properly to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands and causing another calamity.
That said, we cannot afford to ignore Asat Pramad's next.
This giant web is prepared for that very purpose. Once the entire planet is folded into the divination's trajectory,
Okay. Shuhu?
When that time comes, you won't wish to leave any footprints behind.
One final question. Why did the Lord Ravager choose to visit this place?
¿Y si Shuhu fuera furra?
Does he have an ulterior motive? Or is this merely some twisted joke?
¿Y si en un futuro Shuhu es furra y hace que Blade se vuelva?
That question should be left to the professionals. Don't forget, we have a detective who can't seem to rest. Let's hope the accumulation of variables can tip the scales in our favor.
And so, the people set out, and the gondola bound for distant land. At the end of the world, the Elation once again declared war upon the Veracity.
Okay.
Frail little humans! Ouroboros split their mouth wide open! Whoever can fill my whole mouth with but a single thing shall receive a reward. My tongue. The fool known as the Shepherd captured a comet, but it wasn't even enough to fill the gap between the Veracity's teeth. The bartender Braji opened the wine cellar, yet they only grew drowsy, drifting off to sleep. And en route, he crept up to the Veracity's ear and told them a corny joke. The Veracity pondered it for 10 amber eras, then burst into laughter at their own amusement.
Está mamada. Un chiste malo que lo tuvo pensando 10 años y al final le hizo gracia.
En route spread his hands and said, "See, I filled your mouth with laughter."
Then what happened?
Then the Veracity said, "Are you kidding me?" And with that, they opened their gaping maw and
What kind of nonsense is that?
Those are the facts, my inquisitive auditor. If you want to hear more stories, you're welcome to discuss with your classmates.
We came here to investigate the veracity in Asat Pramod, but all we got were stories that only a 3-year-old would believe.
Rumors don't just appear out of thin air. It's just a matter of how much truth you think they hold.
At least 90% of that was made up.
Sometimes that last 10% is all you need.
Entonces, Himeko va a ser Final 2.
Plenty of bystanders around. Let's hear what they have to say.
You two asking about the veracity?
Walk the path of veracity? Do I need to eat everything in sight?
You got it. His hand I am on a bomb. Yeah, and the man.
Can you talk normal? Stop gulping for air.
Pues sí, pero comparando al Final también le dieron el parche entero y en esencia es un personaje que no va del todo con la vía del momento. En este caso nada.
Ouroboros?
Nah.
Enough.
Lol.
I'm telling you, it was Root and Dorothy when the veracity wasn't looking. Then poof, they were gone. I already found.
You should be putting this much effort into your study.
They say a dull pen beats a sharp memory. My memory's dull, and my pen... then you must have a lot of stationery? A kindred spirit. Miss, it seems you're one of us as well. I've met far too many fools who can't even read. Oddly enough, those of us who truly love learning are the rare ones.
Picolón?
Interested in studying the knowledge of the laughter? I have a reference book here.
Okay.
This feels complete. Oh, please. Thank the seniors. To confess for me, I'm just the one. Hey, friends! How was your first day of school?
Sparksy.
Sparksy's here to pick you up after class. Where were you just now? You opened the door for us and just disappeared. Don't tell me you're up to something again. Still doubting me? That whole foolish thing. I took on every emoji in the tavern by myself, but honestly, this place runs on rumors. Aha is being chased by the veracity. Aha chases the veracity. We won't get
Let's go through what we know so far. Ooh. Yeah, it's a complete mess.
So, after a bit of thought, Lady Sparksy came up with a brilliant idea. The Unreal Sparks and Spark! No idea how it works, but apparently this light bulb makes you smarter the moment you put it on. Does this friend know you borrowed it? Supramon has a gun to our heads, and this is what you're worried about? He'll find out. Well then, I'll go first?
It, doesn't look very...
No worries. If anything goes wrong, the friend in my head will protect me.
Ok.
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
No, it's working perfectly.
Ah,
Our enemy is a Lord Ravager. There's only one question we need answered.
Correction. The effect is very obvious.
Judging by Nanook's habit of picking Lord Ravagers, I wouldn't be surprised if Asat Pramod was once a masked fool, and therefore knows Aha's weakness. The Arcadia is like a microcosm of eons and paths. People indulge themselves in fabricated happiness, unable to...
A classic social realist deduction. Old-fashioned. Ooh, but effective. We're closing in on the truth.
Pero no se puso sus gafas.
The answer is all but revealed. You are Asat Pramod. Sparksy,
Ah.
do you have evidence? Of course. The truth is so simple that everyone overlooked. You were the first person I met when I got off the express.
Ah. Ah.
If I am Asat Pramod, would you and Grey Hair have been able to walk out of the school alive? Yeah, fair. Just take that thing off already. That's weird. I thought I was on the right track. Let me give you a lesson. Deduction isn't about people skills. It's about smart trick.
Ok.
Watch and learn. Sparkle, master of the classic whodunit, has entered the chat. You changed your clothes just for this?
Oh, sí, mucho mejor. Mucho mejor.
First of all, Ouroboros likes to eat. Secondly, whatever they eat disappears completely.
Mucho mejor.
Therefore, veracity is also a form of destruction. This is the classic mystery of one culprit, two identities. The one trying to kill Elation is the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, played by the veracity. What am I even saying? Classic whodunit. This is more like a classic Who's the Dummy.
I get it now. All this thing does is make wild guesses sound reasonable. So far, that's the most accurate piece of information we've gotten.
Sí, sí la vi.
No need to be so serious, detective. Why don't you show us what you've got? By the way, what type of detective?
Me? I'm the tough guy type. I don't waste time on useless details. I aim straight at the heart of the problem. You're not wrong. Asat Pramod is Nanook's weapon to assassinate Aha. Whatever his plan may be, the target doesn't change. Remember, as far as humanity knows, there are only 3 ways an Eon can fall.
A broader path engulfs a narrower one. Divine warfare between eons, and the third one.
Forcing an Eon to turn away from their own path.
Whichever it is, none of so. What makes you so certain Asat Pramod?
Because we folks just dug up one heck of a treasure from underground. And in the stories tied to them, we've unearthed more than a few names worth paying attention to.
Ok.
An old pal who can't stop lying. He goes on and on about death being a solitary...
I see you're acquainted.
Brague.
Baraji? Forget it! He's good behind the bar, but slippery as an eel. Ask him to work for Nanook, and he'd run away on the spot.
The former bartender of the tavern. Everyone knows him. Couldn't be him.
that's just a title. Anyone with a girlish heart can call themselves Dorothy. Between you and me, Director Sparkle used that name once too. Guess when?
Looks like this clue has a little value to it.
Casi me quedo dormido.
Trouble in Gotham City a few days ago. Pearl threw him into prison.
I was the one who caught him.
XD.
Right. He's the one I can't stop thinking about. En route defeated the Veracity by some means.
You're right. Then who is this En route?
Of course she does.
No me digas que es Sampo.
Everyone in the tavern knows that name. Long ago, its owner grew tired of jokes, cast aside his mask, and walked away. Some say he became a morning actor. Others say he jumped into IX's black hole. But none of that matters. What truly matters is that you have my unreal Sparks and Spark.
I knew it.
Give it back, give it back. That's a big order. My client wants some.
What do you mean, give it back? It just wandered off, and I happen to... You want it? Here, take it.
Absolutely not. Wait, right now?
No. If it's a no, it's a no. Guess I'll keep it. Bye-bye.
Get back here!
Sir, do you...
Hey!
Can you catch her?
Of course. I'll have that thing returned to you safe and... But, in exchange, I'd like you to...
Oh, so that's why you're here. Now, old Sempo's intel isn't cheap. Waiving the fee won't quite cut it.
Name your price. Put it on Pearl's tab.
Ha! Just kidding. Money talk's boring. Besides, the Astral Express and I go way back. Oh, and I wouldn't scam you two. The en route you're looking for lives up to the name. There's nowhere he can't reach. Only places he hasn't been yet. He's the gold standard of the masked fools. He only shows up where he's least welcome. A morning actor's stage, a friend's wedding, even inside the Veracity's mouth.
That lines it. So, he's a...
Not a chance. Back when old Sempa... He left the tavern during the Second Prosperity. They say, after hearing 30 trillion jokes, he never laughed again. Before he left, en route said one thing that, at the time, no one cared about. Elation has been dead for a long time.
Where did he go after he left?
The tavern has 10,000 mouths, all telling different stories. He said he was headed for the true world's end, and then he vanished without a trace.
How do you know all this?
Oh, I've been around long enough to have my own channels. And about catching Spark.
Leave it to me. I keep my word.
Creo que por ahorita aquí lo voy a dejar. Ya me estoy quedando dormido. Ha sido demasiado hablar y poco más. Sale. Mañana trataré de continuar. Aunque igual ya falta poco para el parche de Wuwan, ¿no? Ese también lo voy a jugar. En fin.